Chapter 10. The end is inevitable. 3 days later, the ship trembled, a low, guttural hum that resonated deep within its metal frame. Amanda lay curled on the floor of the med bay, her body racked with pain. Every nerve was on fire, every muscle locked in a vice of agony. The black bruises that had spread across her skin pulsed like living things, twisting and darkening with each passing second. The creature was here, and its presence was suffocating. The core of the creature had found them, being called by the small piece of itself that wormed its way into Amanda. Its gargantuan form spreading across the star-filled sky. Amanda stumbled down the corridor from the medbay, her vision blurred with pain and tears. The ship's lights flickered, dimming in rhythm with the relentless thudding in her head. The creature's presence was overwhelming, crushing her, its whispers crawling through her mind like jagged glass. It wanted her, and it was closing in. She could barely hear Kurt calling her name from the bridge. His voice was distant, as though it were coming from another world. The bruises on her arms pulsed, spreading further with each step she took. It was as if the creature's hold on her was growing stronger with every second. She had no choice. She had to keep moving. Amanda's breath came in stilted gasps as she stumbled down the hall, reaching the emergency hatch where the last escape pod was stored. The pain in her chest was unbearable, like something was trying to pierce its way out from the inside. She knew what she had to do. The realization cut through her like a blade. The creature only wanted her, and if she stayed, it would destroy both of them. Her hand trembled as she keyed in the override code for the last remaining escape pod. The metal doors slid open with a hiss. The small pod sat there, waiting to take her away from Kurt, away from the only person she had left. She hesitated, her breath quick and unsteady, panic tightening in her chest. Her thoughts were tearing her apart, caught between holding on to the only comfort she had left and the urge to save the last person untouched by the scourge that had devastated her. I can't leave him. I can't leave him alone. I can't let this hurt him. I can't let him die too. Kurt's voice cut through her thoughts, desperate and raw, as he was running from the bridge at the opposite end of the ship towards the escape pod. She spun around, her heart wrenching at the sight of him. He was running down the corridor toward her, his face pale, his eyes wide with fear. He knew. Somehow he knew what she was about to do. "No!" he shouted, his voice breaking. "Don't do this!" Amanda's lip quivered, her vision blurring with fresh tears. "Kurt, I have to." "You don't!" He reached her in seconds, grabbing her arm, pulling her away from the pod. "We'll figure something out. We always do. Don't leave me, Amanda. Please!" The pain in his voice tore at her, but she couldn't let herself falter. She couldn't let herself hesitate. Not now. The creature was so close, its hunger palpable. If she stayed, they were both as good as dead. "It's after me," Amanda whispered, her voice trembling. "It doesn't want you. It only wants me." "I don't care," Kurt shouted, his hands gripping her shoulders. "We'll fight it together. We'll find a way, like we always have. I'm not losing you." Amanda hunched over, a sob escaping her lips as she sharply pushed him away. "You can't save me from this, Kurt. You can't save me from what's inside me." Tears streamed down her face as she backed toward Pod. "I'm so sorry." Kurt's expression crumbled, his eyes filling with tears. "Amanda, no. Please." He froze, the words hanging in the air like a fragile thing, and Amanda saw before her a broken man. "Amanda, don't!" Kurt lunged toward her, but she was already inside the pod, the door sliding shut behind her with a dull thud. He slammed his fists against the glass, screaming her name, his face twisted in anguish. Amanda's hands shook as she locked the door, her breath coming in short, desperate crying gasps. Kurt pounded on the pod's small window, his voice muffled now, his screams filled with raw, desperate pain. "Please," he begged, his fists bruising from the relentless pounding. "Please don't leave me." Amanda pressed her palm against the glass, her fingers trembling. She could barely see him through her tears. "I'm so sorry, Kurt. This is the only way. I have to lead it away from you." His face was streaked with tears, his hands sliding down the glass in defeat. "I can't lose you, Amanda. I can't." With a shaking hand, she reached for the control panel. She hesitated for just a moment, her heart broken with what she was about to do. She wanted to stay, to fight alongside him, but she knew it was too late. "Goodbye, Kurt," she whispered. Kurt's muffled cry echoed in her ears as she pressed the launch button on the only escape pod left. The pod shuddered, and with a violent jolt, it shot away from the ship. Amanda was thrown back into her seat, the force of the acceleration pinning her to the plastic fabric that lined the pod. Through the small window, she saw the Astralis shrinking into the distance, Kurt's tiny figure still visible, reaching out toward her. Shattered, Amanda sobbed uncontrollably as the stars blurred outside the window. She had done it. She had made sure Kurt would be safe. But the pain of leaving him behind was almost more than she could bear. The creature's presence in her mind grew sharper, more focused. It knew she was running. It knew she was leading it away from the ship. "Let it come. Let it chase me," Amanda tearfully cried. As the pod hurtled into the vast emptiness of space, Amanda closed her eyes, her body trembling with exhaustion and fear. She could feel the creature's rage, its desire clawing at her from the inside. The inky, shapeless form of the creature twisted and surged after Amanda, moving with a speed that seemed faster than light itself. All Kurt could do was watch and wait as the stars gradually reappeared, emerging from beneath the darkening aura that the creature had left behind.